what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa, and today is Foundation Friday. If you're new to my channel and you don't know what Foundation Friday is, it's pretty lit. Is saying lit, I think that's an overrated word now. But anyways, Foundation Friday is basically every Friday I try out a new foundation that has hit the market or a foundation that I've never tried, because it's really hard to keep up with all the new foundations, but I try my best. So yeah, and I'll just test it out. I'll wear it the whole day and tell you guys yes or no. I do give it a 1 out of 5 rating, just to let you guys know if it's worth it or not. But I do want you guys to keep in mind that I am very selective with foundation. I'm actually very, very picky. And if you feel like you still want to try out the foundation, even if I don't recommend it, or if I recommend it and you don't want to try it, it's always personal choice. Remember, we are a community here on my channel and we share our opinions, healthy opinions. No mean stuff. Please comment down below and let me know if you've tried these foundations, or if you haven't, or if you even have any recommendations. At the same time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Today is a drugstore foundation. I know you guys love when I test out drugstore foundation. I also love when I test out drugstore foundation, because for a very long time I stayed away from drugstore stuff because I felt like as a brown girl I never saw anything in drugstore that worked out for me. But times have definitely changed and I've finally hopped on to the drugstore wagon, and I'm loving it because my bank account is definitely loving it, because I used to be a strictly Sephora shopper, which ain't no one complaining, because I'm not complaining. I straight spent $5,000 at Sephora one time in a year. And I was like, whoa, you need to pump your brakes, Rina, and take yourself to the drugstore. Anyways, so it looks like Rimmel has launched a complexion line. So it's the Stay Matte complexion line. I think the Stay Matte has been like their theme of like complexion on Rimmel. But they launched like some new products. They launched the new concealers. So these are the new concealers. And then they also have the Stay Matte Fix and Go. They extended their Stay Matte foundation line because I guess their foundation line was really, it was really limited foundation shades, and Rimmel is known for being limited in foundation shades. But I'm gonna say this much: Rimmel has always showed up on my brown skin, even though oddly their foundation range has always kind of been very limited with the color. Their eyeshadows, their lipsticks, all of their products usually always really showed up on my skin tone. So it's very crazy that they didn't have such an extended line of foundations. To apply the Stay Matte Rimmel foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and use a beauty sponge, because I feel like when it comes to full coverage mattifying foundation, since this is a full coverage mattifying foundation, oh my gosh, guys, let's go into the details. I haven't even gone into the details. So the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation is basically, it looks like it's $4.99, and it's an online only product. So if you go into target.com, it's an online only product. So it looks like the product is mostly sold online, and then if you use the Target app, you'll see where areas it is stocked at. So it's not stocked at every Target, I guess. It is $4.99, and I don't know, it's very confusing. I don't know how many colors is available. It's a lightweight foundation. It's all day shine control. It does say to use a damp beauty sponge for effortless blend. It's perfectly matte. It has a silky smooth formula. It has liquid mousse It's a liquid mousse foundation. Minimizes the appearances of pore. So, and it's mattifying and it's full coverage. So we're gonna go ahead and test out all these claims. This is Noisette. This is the only shade that they sent me. This is definitely not my shade, or is it? Yeah, I think it might be. Looks a little dark. No, it looks a little orange, but it's actually my shade. So this is Noisette, and this is the only shade that they sent me. This was sent to me in PR, but you guys always know, no matter what's sent to me in PR, I still keeps it real. So it does have a very moussey texture. It is a tad bit, I feel like, ooh, that's like, looks a little dark for me. It definitely is super full coverage. Oh yeah, it's full coverage, but it's a little patchy. Like, it's oddly patchy. Like, it's really dark right there, but it's not really blending so well. I'm gonna zoom in the camera so you guys could see how it's blending. We're up close and personal now. So if we blend this in, it's not really blending. It's a little patchy. You can see the patches right here. And it's like really dark right there. So the color, even though it's like a tan, it has more of a gray base to it. So when I think gray, I think it's neutral, but look at that. It gets gunked right in one position. Like it just grasps right away. So the fact that this is kind of a moussey texture, I do feel like I'm needing more than a usual foundation. Oh, this is so drying. This foundation is super drying. If you have dry skin, I would not use this foundation. There's a better foundation in the market. It is kind of a hot mess right now. Like I'm not feeling it at all like right now because it's just like not going on correctly. Like once it gets right there, it just gets so hard to blend. It's not easy to blend. And I think it's just the texture of the foundation. I definitely don't like the color, the undertone of the color. It's actually really, really gray. So I'm not really into the undertone of this color. It's not my vibe at all. I'm going to go in and try out their concealer too. So this is the Stay Matte Concealer. It is in the color beige. And I just want to test this out. I'm going to make it really light on the end, right in the inner corner, because I want to open up my eyes. And then I'm gonna, so that was beige, classic beige. Then I'm gonna go in with beige and do the rest of the under eye. So the concealer is really full coverage and it feels good. It doesn't tug at all. And the coverage is really nice. It's actually a lightweight concealer. So I'm really liking this concealer. It's not bad. And it blends beautifully. It's not blending patchy at all. It actually blends really nice. Okay guys, so this is basically the full face of the foundation. So I'm gonna say this much. My first impressions of this foundation is, at first it was feeling really, really tight on my skin when I was putting it on, and it just felt really tight. I'm not sure if it was this foundation or if it was the primer. I'm thinking it was maybe the primer that was making my skin feel really tight, because it was a lot of matte stuff on my face, and I already have really dry skin, so it's really, I can really feel like when my face gets even drier, because my face is technically always dry anyways. So now that I have the full face on, I do actually like the finishing of this foundation. It does actually look silky and smooth, but the only negative thing is there are patches in random places, like you know, like this is like a circular patch. There's like random little patches around my face, so it did get really patchy, but the finishing is really nice. I wish it wasn't patchy, because then this would have been an amazing foundation, because the finishing is just beautiful. It does look silky smooth. It does look really, really nice. The concealer is looking really good too. Overall, the finishing is really nice, and it does feel really nice and lightweight. The negative is just those patchy spots. But let's go ahead and see what goes on throughout the day, let's see what's happening. It did oxidize just a tad bit, but I want to see if it does more oxidizing throughout the day. I want to see how it starts to perform. But yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wear this the rest of the day, and then I'll come back and let you guys know. I didn't wear lashes today, so I feel super, super weird, but I'm trying to feel secure without lashes, so yeah, there you go. Okay guys, so this is the foundation in natural sunlight, natural daylight. This actually looks really good. I've had it on for about an hour and it's looking really good. I am kind of scared it's going to start creasing over here, because this is a dry foundation. This is a matte, super matte actually, and it's starting to just crease a little bit right here. So those are alarming. You can see the patchiness that I'm talking about now. Here's the patchiness, and then here's a little bit of a small patch, which you can't see it as much because of the bronzer and the blush, but it did get a little patchy. One is natural light. So this one is natural light right here. And as you can see, it looks really good in natural light. It's super pretty. Your selfie looks like you got a filter on top of it, like when I don't have any filters on it. And then now this one is with the flash on. As you can see, there's a slight bit of a white cast in the foundation. It's just a slight bit, very little, but not really. This can definitely be worn at nighttime as well, because it doesn't really have a flashback or anything like that. So both pictures look really good. You look super filtered. That's the goal. Guys, I'm in like really good lighting, and you guys could see how this foundation, like, it's just It's just cracking. Do you see how it's cracking? Oh my god. I'm at Ulta. It's cracking and it looks crazy. Look at that crack. Oh, this is like kind of crazy. Okay guys, so I am about to go to bed, and as you can see, this foundation cracked so much. It's like completely cracked, like super cracked. It didn't blend correctly. A lot of people kept asking me what's wrong with my face the whole freaking day, because they were like, your foundation usually looks really pretty, but this looks really crazy on you. And I've never gotten compliments like that. Like, people were just not feeling this. I asked a lot of people what they thought. A lot of people didn't like it. Even me, I ended up not liking it at all. It did dry down really beautifully, but I mean, I have never seen a foundation crack on me like that. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's completely cracked. But yeah, so I'm gonna give this foundation like a 1. Like, literally, this is not okay. This is not a good foundation. It's not worth your $5. Skip this foundation. It was terrible. It was horrible. It's definitely not for dry skin. I don't even think it's for anybody who has acne prone skin, because it just really grasps onto a lot of texture. It fades like crazy. Look at that, you guys, complete separation. Yeah, it's a waste of your money. Skip it. Not worth your money. Y'all know I always keep it real here on this channel. So yeah, it was disappointing, and I can't believe I had to wear this the whole freaking day. I was so embarrassed because I know people saw that my foundation looked crazy on me, but I still wore it because I like to test these foundations out. And I was telling my sister, I was like, see what I go through just to test the foundation out? I'll allow myself to look crazy. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys love these foundation videos. Don't forget to subscribe down below to my channel, and also see you in the next video. Bye. I wish that we could be better. I keep asking what's the use. Maybe we'll